Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these vlogs, and yeah, let's check what's going on. Because I was just looking around and I found a fun video you should watch. Let's see what this is. Oh my god, fuck, yes! 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 As you can tell, yeah, that's very good news. Sorry if you thought that was a mistake, but yeah, that is my reaction. Anyway, I'm not sure if you saw that thing properly, but whatever. My phone, I think, just died anyway. Anyway, yeah, so Forza Horizon 2 has been announced. The funny thing is, I've been actually following this game for a while. Since there's sort of like the leaks and rumors in January about like, oh, it's gonna be something. I don't know. So it was basically like, oh, okay, there's gonna be a cool dynamic weather system, which there is. If you actually look at the Forza Motorsport page, it's like you look at it and it says we are proud to announce blah 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 blah. You know, Forza Horizon 2. What else? Forza 4. That's an old game, but anyway, yeah. So, and they basically confirmed that there's a dynamic weather system. There's going to be diversity between the environments, whatever that means. I'm assuming there's going to be snow. There's going to be like, you know, different roads, like dirt tracks, like we saw in Forza Horizon. Probably more so on, like, I'm assuming what we saw in Horizon Rally, rather than what we saw in, if you haven't seen Horizon Rally pack, it was basically just like diverse sort of dirt tarmac. It was never actually any snow, but some sort of looked like a bit like snow, but it wasn't actually snow. But you know, they tried. It was the first attempt to first race, and it's like little criticism like that. But personally, yeah, if they do that, and also they did correct one of the rumors, which was said, oh, okay, it's going to be in South of America or something like that, and it was just like North America, by the way, just to clear that up, because it's American and people will be like, you do realise there's two Americas, and I'll be like, yes, I do know that, I know my geography, don't sit there and just judge me about it. Anyway, yeah, so there's that. So, and they basically, there was, because there was like leaks and rumours about, oh, like this looks like it's in, the south of America, so it's the southwest or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but basically, yeah, somewhere around Mississippi apparently. But no, they corrected that. That is not true. There is apparently basically what it's set is Southern Europe. No one been said which Southern Europe, because it could be Spain, it could be Italy, it could be Switzerland. You know, it could be, I guess it could be like Greece or something like that. Although, you know, you don't know really until they actually do it, because they could put anything down there. Personally, I think this is the way it's going to go. Like, because, you know, there's the crew. The crew is basically, like, you know, it's basically the whole United States. Now let's look at the United States, you know, as not a whole country, but as a series of countries, because it's literal. So yeah, what was I? That was a bit of an interruption. Anyway. Yeah, so it could be any of those countries, but my theory is it's going to be basically, because, yeah, back to the US. US is a series of states. Now let's take those states as, let's say, single countries in their own rights, because they have their own local governments. So technically they are partially their own countries just joined, like the EU with, you know, with all the countries in the EU. So I'm thinking, it's not going to be all of it, of the EU, but I think this is going to be a replica of a few countries joined together. Not to scale, of course, because, well, that would take a long time, and because this is releasing not only on 360 and it's releasing on Xbox One as well. So, you know, I don't think they would have the space physically to stuff it onto the 360, unless the 360 one's going to be watered down, which I'm expecting it to be, but don't know how down it is. You know, because we haven't actually seen I guess the only cross-platform game we've seen with the Xbox One and the 360 was Titanfall, And besides the resolution, it was pretty much identical, except they got the DLC first. And, you know, seeing that with Forza Fanatic, I personally would be so infuriated by that. I would be like, hey, wait, no, you're giving my DLC now. I don't want my DLC. I paid money for it. I paid for the season pass. I pre-ordered the game. You give me my things. I didn't pre-order Titanfall, obviously, so, you know, I kind of feel good about that. I got in the first week because, well, and I haven't actually got any freaking content for it. What a waste of money. 40, like, it was just like, what was that, 45 quid. I paid for it. Was it 45? What was that? I think I paid 42. No, I think I paid 40. Paid 40. Played it for about, I guess, 2 weeks. Got nearly to like rank 50, and I thought, I think I got around 46 and that. I didn't even get like, I think not even 12 hours of gameplay on it really, but you know, that's just sometimes the way it works because it just didn't have that much content. So I got to it, I was just like, yeah, I enjoy playing it, you know, this is great, but I just wasn't into it when it was announced. I wasn't into it when I was. Oh, I was into it when I was playing. It was quite fun, but I don't feel like it was anything special, to be fair. So you know, but then because I'm a racing enthusiast, that's a different matter. I was like, I get COD every year. I guess it's like in some sort of form, someone buys it for me, or I purchase it myself, and because someone tells me to. Because that's the way life works. Really, you buy things because people tell you to. And that is the way life works. But yeah, so you know, it's a first-person shooter. Get one every year. You know, it has some fun things about it, but it just doesn't do it for me. Forza though, I put a load of time into. Like Horizon, I think I completed like 10 times at least, or it is a ridiculous amount. There's going to be like a live stream coming up where I'm just going to speed run the whole thing. It's like in honor of this as well. I was quite expecting this to be announced. But it's not so early. I was expecting E3 about next week. There's not going to be any live stream this week, don't even expect that. I've got a test coming up, so no. That shit's not happening. Yeah, so back to Horizon. Yeah, probably going to be, let's say, this is my prediction. It's going to be Switzerland, it's going to be France, it's going to be Spain, and Italy. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll probably get Greece as well. Or like another Mediterranean country, maybe like little ones, like, you know, like Sicily and stuff, like they're just gonna pop up a bit. But, that's if we're lucky, and then I'm assuming they're going to have to figure out a way for us to move from there to there, from A to B, basically. Other than that, the cover car is a Lamborghini Huracan, which, if those are not familiar with it, it's a replacement for the Lamborghini Gallardo. What the hell was I saying? Anyway, yeah. So, and this is a good sign because, well, for one thing, the Forza 5? Like, okay, the first cover art was fine. That was like a P1. It's like, yeah, okay, P1. And I'm assuming there's going to be P1 in this game. I would really be surprised if they didn't throw one in. But yeah, so if that's so, there should be P1 in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Forza Horizon cars didn't make it. I'm assuming probably there's going to be some expansion on barn finds again. And because, you know, if there's a bigger world, they're probably going to have more barn finds. And one thing I do hope to do with the barn find, and this is something fun. It's like, not, you know, don't do the stupid thing of going, you know what, we are going to go and, you know, just do the same thing we did last time. Because everyone hated it, and I was like, it's such a waste of opportunity. You could just, oh my god, look, there's a barn down there. And that barn can have any car. But no, it's always going to, like, it's going to have one of the 7 cars. And everyone at the end of the game is going to have all the cars, if they played it right. So it's like, well, you know, what's the fun in that? Like, it would be better if you could purchase the cars beforehand. So it'd be like, oh look, I found a rusty old car, but it doesn't have to be old and rusty. You could make it new. It could be nice and shiny beforehand. Like, you know, someone could just leave a car out in the road, and then you just drive by and find it. Like, Test Drive Unlimited tried to do this. Like 2, I think it was. Like, you found little car wrecks, and then you put them together, and then, you know, there you go, voila, you got a car. But it took so long. The world was way too big for it. Like, there was not enough scatters, and like, each scatter didn't lead to one car, it left another car, and it's just like, ugh. I've never managed to do it. Like, I love that game to bits. I was like, I would just sit there and just drive for no reason. Just go and drive. But, you know, that system's like, the cars were hidden. It's like, Why has it got to be hidden? Can't it just be like, look, there's a car in the middle of the road. Look, just go get it. Just, you know, it was such a waste of opportunity. But yeah. What can I say? It says there's going to be over 100, like there's going to be hundreds of cars. So I'm assuming hundreds means about 200 or more, because 100 is, well, it's plural, so it's definitely going to not be 100. So that is good news, because I think like Horizon, after all the DLC, I think you average about, I think it comes out about 200, I guess. With the barn finds, I'm not sure, I'm not counting unicorn cars here, because, you know, some, like, a casual gamer will not have one. Let's go with that. So, well, what to say? It's like, I'm not 100% sure of the car list at the end of it, but I know I've played it for a while now. Got, like, this is the playthrough on my channel, by the way, just to be clear. Like, I'm at about 75 cars, I guess. And there's still lots more to buy, to be fair, but I'm not 100% sure how many there are. But I know there's probably under 300 or something. I really hope there is more. And this is at launch, by the way, guys. This is at launch. This is not the way we got ripped off of Forza 5. Forza 5 was a letdown just in content. It was great. For, like, you know, it looks amazing. It works amazingly. It just drives amazingly. Everything's amazing, except the cars and the tracks, which there are none of. I'm exaggerating, there are some, but come on, for a racing game, like, this is the thing that pissed me off about Drive Club. I looked at it and was like, no. What, you delay a game for a year, and you say, oh, we did it to add extra tracks and cars, and you go, how many cars have you got? 50. I'm sorry, you can have, like, unless your world, right, is the life-size replica of the world, connected in every single way, then you have no excuse. You have no excuse for having 50 cars. That is not right. That is literally saying, look, we're going to add DLC, and you're going to have to buy that DLC, because, I'm sorry, the amount of cars you're going to have is going to be minimum. So, you know, this is pathetic. Drive Club is a first-party game, should have credible licenses, because they've got bloody Gran Turismo. So I'm sorry, no, you can't do that. So it's about 50 cars, and I can't remember how many tracks. I think 20 at best. At best, I think it was 20. I don't think it's 20. I think it's under that. So that is pathetic. That game is going to be demolished when the Forza Horizon 2 comes out, and it's going to come out in the fall at the same time, around about. So I'm sorry, Drive Club, you are screwed. You are royally fucking screwed. Because you've got to compete against not only the crew, which you already had to compete against, which has more cars, chances are, and a bigger world, because you have you originally looked like an open world, now you're not. So, you know, that's great. And two, you have literally nothing. Nothing. Seriously, nothing. And you have to compete against Forza Horizon 2. I don't know how you're going to pull it off, seriously. Like, unless, like, PS4 players are going to be like, oh, I really want a driving game. Oh, I really want a driving game. But chances are, if you really wanted a driving game, you would have sold for like Xbox One. You know, just, like, that would have been the logical way to go, because, I'm sorry, PS4 has no racing games. So, there we go. Except for Need for Speed, but that's not really a racing game. That's more action-orientated, and just, you know, it's great. I love the game, but it's just, you know, it's not a real racing game. Like, if you're a racing game enthusiast, you would have bought Forza 5. And you would also do it because of the control actually works properly for the racing games. Anyway, yeah, so I'm expecting them to do a lot of interesting stuff with this. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen in the Xbox 360 version. If anything to go by, I think the 360 is going to be delayed. Or it's basically, this is what I think is going to go. The Xbox One version will be announced with the 360. The 360 will be released later. And the way it's going to go is the same thing that happened to Titanfall. Titanfall came out on the Xbox One. Then it got closer to the release date of the 360. The 360 one went, no, look, we're going to release it a bit later. There was a delay. Then there was a delay after that. There was a delay after that. I don't know how many there's delays. I think it was about 3 delays in the total. But it did come out before Watch Dogs. That is the matter there. That is what matters, okay? And Drive Club. And Drive Club. So let's just hope, Horizon 2 is not going to have the delays. I don't personally. I think Playground Games and Turn 10 are very reliable. Like, you know, they got Forza 5 out at literally launch. They promised at launch. They released at launch. You know, it wasn't the best at launch, but whatever. You know, they've attempted it. So the beauty of this is it's going to be released. It should be like I'm not because this is the thing. I think the Xbox One version will not be delayed. It will come out right on the dot when it was announced. It will come out. It will come out. That is not going to be an issue. Well, I don't think they'll just back off the Forza Horizon with so-called quality delays, which, you know, is supposed to improve the quality, but chances are, like, you know, they're just sitting there so they could sell as many as Xbox Ones. I don't know why they released it on the 360. To be fair, everyone's actually surprised by this because it's actually, you know, we thought it was an Xbox One. I was going to get an Xbox One just to play this. Seriously, like. Well, and Dead Rising 3, I guess, and some other things. But, yeah, this is good news for 360 players. We have a Forza Horizon 2 coming. The chances are I'm going to buy it on this, and then I'm going to buy it on the sort of Xbox One as well, which is, you know, great, because, well, why not? But if you have the time to do it, you know, I don't know how this is going to work. I might buy some Xbox One to get with this, like probably order as a bundle or something. But other than that, I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, enough about me. Other games have been announced. Mortal Kombat 10 or X, depending on which one you want to call it, has been announced today, which is great for, well, what the hell is my phone doing anyway? Yeah, basically, which is great because I'm actually a fan of the franchise. I think like it was one of those games that I got for my. Like, I think I had a PS2 originally, and there was 2 games I had for it. It was like, I think I had Sonic Heroes, and I had Mortal Kombat Dead to the Alliance, which is like the weirdest combo any person could ever have on their thing. Like, ooh, look, I've got Sonic. Like, it's like, I think it was like 8. I had Dead, the Alliance, and I had Sonic Heroes because, well, because you can, really. Having, like, go play Sonic, and then after that, when your dad gets home, just beat him up and freaking Deadly's like, yeah. That's the way you do it, Mortal Kombat style. And I enjoyed Mortal Kombat 9. I really did. It was actually a really nice remake. I enjoyed the, you know, the extra moves. Beat my mate online, which is great. You know, one of those times I actually played it online, not on the sofa with someone, which is great. And yeah, it looks amazing. It looks seriously good. If the actual game at the end of it looks like that, that will literally blow my mind. That looks so good. But, you know, if anything, if you want a rough idea of what it looks like, go look at Injustice. It's the same studio that made it. Chances are it's, you know, it's going to look better than that. And if Injustice, I haven't actually seen that much gameplay of Injustice, so I just know it's like it's a superhero fighting game. I was just like, meh, I'm not that interested. Like, I like Super Capcom 3, but not really that interested in Injustice. It seems to be a bit off to me. But that's just my personal opinion. And another game that's been announced is Homefront 2. I can't remember the exact title for it, and people are going to shout at me for it, but, you know, it is basically like an expansion on Homefront, which I know my friend will be pretty loving it because they loved Homefront. They were really sad when they actually closed down the servers, but, you know, there's another one coming out, which is great for them. I haven't actually played Homefront, so I'm kind of neutral about it. I'm not really that excited, I'm not really that disappointed. I guess why would I be disappointed by a game? It's a game. Game was announced. Like, I don't know if there was ever a game that has been announced that I was disappointed by it, unless it was on the other platform, then I was disappointed because it wasn't coming to my platform. But other than that, no, I don't think I'm disappointed. I think it will be pretty good. It's developed by Crytek, which, as far as I know of recently of the games I've played, I think it was Warface they've made recently, and you know they've had some fun things in it. I guess it was a free-to-play game, so I obviously got it, played it. It was actually quite a lot of fun. I never actually got anyone on it to play with me, which is quite sad because it's a multiplayer game. But you know. Hopefully, you know, the Homefront will be better, and it's like, you know, it'll be better than the original, and we can all love it, and it'll be like another refreshing way of not playing COD. So, although don't hate on COD, COD's a good game, just a bit repetitive. I'll give you that. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much all I gotta say, really. just wanted to give this update. It's been quite long. It's been about 20 minutes. Yeah, I like to dribble on that. Dribble. Anyway, yeah, so Forza Horizon 2 has been announced. Mortal Kombat 10. Homefront 2, I guess, whatever it's called. And I guess it's like, that's the rumours that's been a thing. And apparently we're going to get more leaks coming. And, you know, if you're interested, I'll keep you up to date of what I hear. I'll probably do like a summary at the end of the week. If not, check out IGN. I think they've got most of the articles covered. They're literally coming this whole week. There's going to just be leaks. And also check out the E3 coverage, which is going to come like in a week's time, which is going to be great. I'm going to be watching that. I think it'll be a nice way to relax after my test. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and до свидания.